Did you know that South America is home to the longest mountain range on Earth, and that it isn't even close? These are the Andes Mountains. The Andes are a major mountain range that run along the entirety of South America's western edge, from Venezuela in the north to Chile in the south. In total, the Andes run for roughly 4,300 miles, making them 1,200 miles longer than the next longest mountain range on Earth. The Andes are also the highest mountain range outside of Asia, and are home to the highest mountain in the world outside of Asia, Aconcagua. This combination of length and height makes the Andes truly unique among mountain ranges on Earth, which raises the question, how did they form? Well, simply put, the Andes formed as the result of a process called subduction. Subduction occurs when two tectonic plates, one containing continental crust and another containing oceanic crust, collide with one another. Because oceanic crust is denser than continental crust, the oceanic plate dives under the continental plate when the two collide. This process not only results in the uplift of mountain ranges, but also frequently forms volcanoes and triggers earthquakes. Now, in the case of the Andes specifically, it's the Nazca plate which is subducting underneath the South American plate. As you can see in this figure, that plate boundary extends nearly the entire length of South America, which explains why the Andes are so long. As you'd expect for such a massive mountain range, there's a lot of variety in the geography and geology of the Andes, and here are some of the highlights. The Ecuadorian Andes are characterized by a series of high, isolated volcanoes, such as Cotopaxi and Chimborazo. Interestingly, due to the equatorial bulge of the Earth, Chimborazo is actually the closest point on Earth to space, even closer than the summit of Mount Everest. In Bolivia, the Andes contain the second highest plateau on Earth, the Altiplano. The Altiplano is home to the highest capital city on Earth, La Paz, which sits at a staggering 11,975 feet above sea level, more than twice the elevation of Denver. For my money, the Peruvian Andes contain some of the most dramatic mountains found anywhere on Earth. They're even home to one of my favorite mountains, Alpamayo, which was named as the most beautiful mountain on Earth by an international committee of mountaineers. But perhaps some of its stiffest competition can also be found in the Andes in the mountains of Patagonia. Patagonia contains the southernmost extent of the Andes, and it's home to one of the most recognizable mountains on Earth, Mount Fitzroy. Clearly, the Andes are one of the most interesting mountain ranges on Earth, but there's far too much to cover in just one video, so let me know